Hello, welcome to 4am Art. In this lesson, we'll be drawing this simple bee, kind of a sketch, using mechanical pencils. So we'll start by drawing the body parts consisting of several teardrop-shaped ovals. This, of course, is the most important as far as getting all your proportions correct. So constantly compare the different parts of the body, the different legs. What angles are the legs pointing? What is the long axis angle of each body part? Constantly compare as we draw this front wing. Look at how much the front line curves and how long is it relative to the length of the body. So we're going to make constant comparisons. We're going to look at this upper line of the left wing and notice how far does it go compared to the lower wing. It's definitely not going to go as far. Just because it's the far wing, it's going to look smaller. The angle of the antenna, also very important. We're going to use very light lines here. I'm using a HB leaded pencil, just your standard HB lead pencil. So we can get some pretty light lines, very easy to erase. And once we're pretty happy with our proportions, our basic framework, we can start shading. Continuing with the same pencil, we're going to start adding our various tones, keeping the lighter areas plain paper white, keeping that very light. And we'll start adding some gradients from the lighter tones, the paper, down to some of the darker shadows. We're going to make the darker shadows even darker later on with a softer leaded pencil. But for now, we're just using regular pressure on the pencil. As you increase your pressure, you'll get darker tones, and you can get a pretty wide variety of tones just with the HB pencil. Once we get some of the shadows in, we can also add some of the outline for the legs, for example. The body in this area is going to be fairly hairy. Well, the whole body is going to be full of tiny hairs. So as we do the outline, we're going to just use very short pencil lines just to indicate the surface texture, the hairy texture, and that'll make our drawing a lot more realistic. As we put in the tones for the head, I'm going to use the lines that follow the contour of the head as much as I can, while at the same time adding the different tonal values. This is just a sketch, so I am using outlines for the wing, for example, and just very, very light lines to indicate the surface of the wing. At this point, I've switched to my 4B leaded pencil, so this is significantly softer. So without as much pressure on the pencil, I can get some pretty dark tones. Don't forget to leave a highlight on the eye, of course. And as we add the darker tones, remember you can again use a lot of pressure, and for the same amount of pressure you will get darker tones with this pencil versus the HB lead pencil. We're going to continue to use very short lines for the body and for the head, for the outline, just to indicate the hairy nature of the surface. And add more layers, especially to the darker areas, such as under the wing right here. The body in this area, of course, is going to be a little bit darker. So follow along. This is fast forwarded about 2x for some parts of this video. But remember, you can always slow it down on YouTube and pause and rewind as needed. So I hope you found this video lesson useful. If so, please give me a like, give me a share, and subscribe. I have a lot more videos on my channel. Check it out. Take care, good luck, and I'll see you at the next video. Bye.